Wow, so that was for like a 50s hand clap number, eh?
Yes, yes.
Da-da, da-da.
Living in the past.
Well, the first album, you guys established yourself as a four-on-the-floor rock and roll band. And how is this different? Like, obviously, you're still playing rock and roll, but how is this album different from the first?
I think it was just recorded differently. I think it's probably the same thing, and it's just a bit cleaner sounding, you know?
Yeah, it is cleaner sounding.
Kind of really, you know, songs are similar, still four-on-the-floor rock band, a little bit of organ here and there, but...
Organ? And singing? You're singing, Scott?
Singing way more.
But,
I think it's just time, too. Like, we spend more time just... you know, we have more time, so you have to add things like organs, because what are you going to do with all that time?
Add more sounds and stuff. And you're singing like you've got like a ballad type number in there, too.
Laying it down.
Yeah, and your voice is so like,
vibe.
Ah, and then when you slow it down, it's like, it's so tenuous that you're almost hanging on to the note there.
See, Ken was thinking about having to tour screaming rock songs, and he knows that if he sings them soft in the studio, then touring will be easy, because he's singing soft every night.
Because I was losing my voice every day.
Full body screaming all the time.
Yeah, that must take a toll on you, Ken?
Yeah, it's really hard, and that's what I think, like, it's just, when you start out, you really, I screamed a lot when I was younger, and now I've tried to get away from that. Because again, it is really hard if you do 200 nights, basically in a row, your voice just gets lost. You know? And you probably lessen your career too, wouldn't you?
For sure. The nodes.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
You also recorded this in Vancouver with Garth Richardson.
Yes.
The guy who he's also done work with the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Rage Against the Machine. Why did you choose to go to Vancouver?
Lizard. No one ever brings up
Jesus Lizard. And who was the other one?
L7.
L7, yes. So you have a history, though, there with him.
Yeah, me and Jim in our other band did a record with him, yeah. It's the first record we ever made. And it was sort of a disaster, actually, but I don't know.
So you went, hey,
but since then he became like a big star, you know, so it kind of was using a friend and using a big name, so it satisfied the people in the business that were worried about that. Plus it was a friend, so he was the only obvious choice, really, because...
why the decision to go to Vancouver to record?
Well, as you know, it's a lovely place.
It is a beautiful place, and did it affect your music at all?
I think it did a little bit.
Yeah, it was nice when we were there. It was like Indian summer.
You ever been to Mushroom before?
Yeah.
It's a cool vibe there.
Full of ghosts, that place?
Yeah, the one room that's like tiny.
Yeah.
It's got a huge ceiling.
We really liked it. I mean, it was just
the way we went there because Garth lives there.
Yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the main thing that went into it. But I was.
And Art Bergman lives there, and he plays on one of your songs.
Yeah. But we,
we had to force him to come out to do that.
Really?
Yeah. Come on, Art. Come on. Play a song. Well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Finally got him out there.
Then you had to go over to his place.
Yeah. So many different monitors.
Why does Garth spell his name with 3 G's at the beginning? G-G-A-R-T.
I think it came from people making fun of him. I think that's where he came up with it.
Why?
He has a bit of a stutter.
Oh.
He has a stutter, and I think the Chili Peppers actually came up with calling him that.
Right.
So now it's his nom de plume.
Yeah, and it looks fancy. I figured it was like a showbiz name.
Well, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And the first album was called Fluke, sort of a self-deprecating tone, and then this one is sophomoric, and when you look it up in the dictionary, sophomoric means overly confident. Are you guys really confident right now?
Yeah.
I guess I got the wrong meaning for it. I thought it meant like juvenile.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I never knew what it meant. He came up with it. Are we confident? Yeah, I think we're confident. I mean, yeah, we have nothing not to be, you know, things are going well, you know, so.
And juvenile.
Things are going juvenile.
Well, we are kind of, you know, overgrown juvenile delinquents.
Arrested adolescents. Well, the album sort of, I guess with the slower numbers and that sort of tenuous, you know, your voice has a lot of sort of vulnerability when it's especially slowed down there. And it conveys, the album conveys kind of like a weariness. You're watching your friends die, pass away, you're confronted by your own mortality, your girlfriend leaves.
Yeah.
There's another gig to play. Is that like how you feel? Is that like what it is like to be in a rock band?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it is kind of it seems like the harder you work in a rock band, the lonelier it gets, you know, and the more sort of that becomes everything, you know, and you're away from home so much. And I think you can't help but be a bit weary, but I'll say you have to be careful too. Like I didn't really want it to be totally like that, but it came out more like that than I had hoped, you know, because I didn't want to make it sound like we're not happy. I am a happy guy, and happy, but I guess melancholy feelings are easy to portray in songs, and I think that's sort of the direction I went on this one, you know, kind of not really knowing it till the end. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but it's not always like that. I mean, I think I'm happy. for some reason this album brought all that out.
Sure.
Maybe the next album I'll be happy.
Were you writing a lot on the road?
Yeah, that's a lot of it, yeah. And I think the road is like sort of that weary, lonely place to be.
You're apart from the rest of
Exactly, you're kind of lost, you know, and I mean, you have your friends, obviously. That's the best thing about it. That's the only thing that makes it good, you know, is that you're with the guys. And
Is this like a universal feeling for a lot of bands? Because you've toured with No Doubt, with Bush, and Everclear, a whole bunch of people. Is it sort of a similar experience for all bands right across the board?
I think so. I mean, I think that part of it is very similar. I think that part of that, the sort of the better you do, the busier you get. You know, the more time you spend away from home, and the more lost you get out there. You know, and the longer you're away, it's like, you know, after a while you don't remember how long. All those cliches are really true. You know, after a couple of years of being on the road.
Right.
I mean, it was a great experience, and I look forward to doing it again. But yeah, I think it is. That is the one thing that all these bands have in common. And it is kind of what everybody understands amongst each other, and that is sort of what you end up talking about with
right, the unity.
When was the last time you've been home? I don't remember. You know?
Where do I live? What day?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys have always put out really great videos. It seems the music video form has been vital for the band, and it seems like you care about what the thing looks like in the end. And the two that really come to mind are Misogyny and Empty Cell, the collaborations with Bruce LaBruce. How did you connect with that Toronto filmmaker?
How did
Jeff,
we?
I think, really.
Yeah, Jeff was actually, our manager and friend was actually doing work with Bruce. We've always known about Bruce and sort of met him around and like read his stuff in Exclaim. And, you know, he's somebody that we always thought was cool. I think that, like, the best thing about it is that sort of, that we trust him, and that's his thing, you know, that's his medium. And it's been more just deciding to use him has been where the collaboration ended, really, and we let Bruce do what Bruce does.
Yeah, we don't do much.
And we're really lucky
takes
that
it over
way.
and does it, you know.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So does he like the music video form compared to film?
I don't know.
Misogyny was his first music video, I think, so, you know.
No, he's done some other stuff.
Has he?
Like a couple, yeah. I think he likes it, and I think he likes it when they get played, you know. I mean, that's a great way for him to, you know, his sort of chosen medium is not seen by millions of people all the time, as you know. You know, what he does normally doesn't get on regular TV all the time. So I think he enjoys that.
Like queer filming.
Yeah, and all his films travel around to.
You get some strange enjoyments. Like for instance, I think he enjoyed making a video about a song called Misogyny and not having a woman in the video.
Right.
I mean, that's for some reason pleased him. You know, he's just like.
Yeah, he's fun to work with. I mean, he always seems like he's having fun. I think he likes it, and yeah, like I said, I mean, we're lucky, and with Chris Lefko, it's the same thing. We know those people, and we're lucky enough that we know people that we trust in that medium, and we just hire them, and then they do it. And that's really nice, you know. It's like we don't feel like we have to be in there. You know, we know that they're really brilliant people, and it's really nice to have friends like that you can link yourself up with and say, here, just do it. Yeah. You know, and that's great because you respect their work before you ever worked with them. So I like that part. You know,
cool.
To be able to trust them like that is cool.
Yeah, for sure. Pick the right people.
And if you get like a regular video director, you know, that did all the other bands, you know, I find that would be a bit more scary. You know.
And it's kind of a twisted song with a twisted video. Empty Cell. Are you guys going to be going on tour soon?
Yeah, we're starting on the East Coast on the 25th of March in PEI.
Okay,
and
great.
Just go from there.
And you guys are computer guys. I can tell. Eh? You're going to be doing the online chat.
Yes.
Right moments after this.
Chat.
You're going to go chat online.
Typing.
Okay,
chatting.
thanks a lot,
Thank
Rusty.
you. Thanks.
This is Empty Cell.